Hello everyone, welcome to another video here on the channel. Remember to like, sub, and share. It does help a great deal. So yesterday, or at least a day ago at most, Twitch had a brand new set of guidelines which basically disabled, different types of sorry, I'm still suffering from the New York haze stuff. But yeah, they were suffering from a bunch of, new rule changes that wouldn't allow anyone to create burn-in ads. This basically killed the platform in a lot of ways. There were great videos from Ludwig, Moist Critical, Asmongold, where they went into depth about this. This basically killed any type of competition or third-party support. I think Ludwig put it best. He said that Twitch just wants full control of the monetization systems on Twitch, including sponsorship content. And when you're a big streamer and you get a sponsorship, those things can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when it comes to Twitch's ad revenue split, it is minuscule. YouTube has a better service. Yes, I'm demonetized on YouTube, but credit where credit is shown. YouTube has a better monetization system. They just have to refine their live system, and they're good. They can literally beat Twitch in almost any way. And right now Twitch is hemorrhaging money, but since then there have been a lot of backlash. I think the biggest one was the fact that Asmongold threatened to leave Twitch. Whether the whole OTK organization would have left Twitch, that's up in the air, but Asmongold himself said that he would take a non-exclusive not even a contract, just take a non-exclusive deal with any other platform if this ever went through. I'm pretty sure YouTube would have been like, yep, we'll take you, because why not take one of the biggest streamers on Twitch right away? But since then, Twitch has backpedaled on everything because so many big streamers, it's not about the small streamers, it's all about the big streamers. So many big streamers, like even Charlie said that he was looking for other avenues for live streaming once his contract was over, because that previous set of rules would have killed Moist Esports, which is the organization he owns with Ludwig, because they run in ads. Ludwig actually went into detail about that. He had a KFC ad, and he would say this would be completely illegal under Twitch's new terms of service, and they also promote other organizations like OpterGX, and he wouldn't fault advertisers for pulling out, because the whole point of it is that you give a bunch of money to a big streamer like Moist Critical, and in exchange he gets eyes on your product. That's just how advertising works, and if they don't get a return on their investment, why wouldn't they pull out? I'm sure they have a clause in their contract that states that if you don't do it, there are going to be penalties. But since then, Twitch has backpedaled on all of this. Yesterday, we have released new branded content guidelines that impacted your ability to work with sponsors to increase your income from streaming. These guidelines are bad for you and bad for Twitch, and we are removing them immediately. They just saw like so many people were like, yeah, we're gone. Like, YouTube does have similar policies but I think Some Ordinary Gamer put it best. He said the difference is that live streaming and video content are two very different things, but I've seen live streamers do the same thing. I think it's more or less for them to have a rule in place, so if anyone abuses the rule, they can literally point at it and just say, yep, you broke this rule, that's what's going on. It's like with the rule, you're disturbing the peace. That can literally be interpreted in many ways. You can be talking too loud, and you can literally be stated that you're disturbing the peace. And yeah, so it's a rule there just for them to have a blanket statement for any time they feel like someone is abusing their system, or if they just don't like someone. There are people that, let's just say, it happens to. One of the best examples, I believe, of that would be Cody X Kenshin with the Mortrian Let's Plays, if you remember that way back in the day. Sponsorships are critical to a streamer's growth and ability to earn income. We will not prevent your ability to enter into a direct relationships with sponsors. You will continue to own and control your sponsorship business. This is just because everyone was about to leave. We want to work with our community to create the best experience on Twitch, and to do that, we need to be clear about what we're doing and why we're doing it. We appreciate your feedback and help in making this change. You can reach the updated branded content policy here. No, they did it because they saw that so many people threatened to leave. That's why they did it, and they decided to backpedal, because let's face it, you would have to be a complete idiot to not realize that when you read through that contract, all those new branded policies, because they have lawyers, they have content creators on their side. If they shared that with anyone with a modicum of sense, they would have said this is going to be hugely detrimental to us. they saw it and they thought, hey, let's just take the L, maybe it won't be as bad. And then they saw how bad it was, and they decided to backpedal on it. Because remember, this was supposed to go into motion in July, so they had some, if they really wanted to do this, they would have done it immediately, like just right off the bat, but they didn't because they wanted to test the waters. That's how I see it, because if they were confident in this, they would have immediately put it into motion, or at least put it into motion within a week. Like, W, thank you. This is Trainwreck. This is why it's important to have one or two other platforms to compete with Twitch. Without it, Twitch wouldn't have upheld these backwards guidelines. Otherwise, why introduce them in the first place? Good on them to revert, but shame on them for implementing them in the first place. And like, I do agree that Kick needs to be like a platform that competes with Twitch, but remember, Kick still operates on Twitch's infrastructure, their back-end systems. So there's a reason why Kick literally looks like Twitch. They operate on the same system. And it's only a matter of time before, they have to start turning a profit almost immediately. 70-30 sub split. Amazon is small, low-budget indie company. Please understand, that's true. That's never going to happen. 70-30 split. Like, I used to stream on Twitch for, like, literal 5 to 10 hours on an unmonetized channel. And they came out how expensive that is to have a person stream on their platform who isn't monetized. Heck, it's not my fault. Maybe you should have pushed my streams to other people to get affiliated. But that's neither here or there. Maybe I wasn't good enough. I still stream on Twitch if you want to watch there, but I mostly stream on YouTube unmonetized because YouTube is just, it's better. So yeah, a lot of people are just like, okay, we'll give you this W, but it should have been done in the first place. And let's read these new policies that they have. I have it here, but I want to make sure they're the same. No, they're different. Branded content on Twitch. They removed all the let's see. Yeah, they removed all the graphics. In the original one, they had like these entire graphics and charts made just for this specific procedure. They even made it in the Twitch purple color with the brand everywhere. So no, like I said, they literally planned this out. So you can see here, a lot of it still is kind of the same. They still have the whole idea that you can't vape or make political content or like advertise medical procedures, which I think is a little far. Like, it depends. Like, miracle drugs and cures, I understand, but I just don't get why alcohol is allowed. I guess for like bartending streams and people who have like take a shot every time you drink alcohol. My friend Kiri actually does that. She does Splitgate streams every Saturday, and she takes shots in conjunction with her stream. So maybe that's why it's too popular. But really, what the biggest thing is that this simulcasting. So if you know Ninja is one of the big streamers on the platform. He's not monetized, I believe he's affiliated, because this was actually against partner content. So let's just read this. When you are streaming live on Twitch services, you may not simultaneously live stream or broadcast simulcast on any other Twitch-like service, meaning any web-based network, platform, or service that supports live streaming or user-generated content without advanced written permission from Twitch. For clarity, you may simulcast on mobile-first services that support live streaming. So I assume that means like Instagram and TikTok. This section does not apply to nonprofit or government entities, and yeah, that's expected, that are live streaming for non-commercial purposes. God, that smog is still like getting to me. But yeah, so basically, you're not allowed to simulcasting. I just call it multi-stream. You can multi-stream basically. So if you stream on like YouTube and Twitch, we can't do that anymore. Before, it was only for partners, but now they're making it the default rule for everyone. I'm not really sure why. Like, I talked to my colleague Harold about this, and I was like, yeah, you can stream on both platforms as long as you're not partnered. But now they're making it default for everyone, and Ninja is just going to go somewhere else, because at that point, what's even the point of like risking this? Because it doesn't make any sense. YouTube literally doesn't give a damn, but apparently Twitch does. So, one step forward, 2 steps back, I guess. Either way, the new systems implemented by Twitch is just that they're trying to be as profitable as much, and they're taking it in the worst possible way. It's just really abhorrent for their content creators who have to deal with this crap. Granted, when you're a content creator in any regard, that you have to deal with a lot of issues. Like right now, I have to make changes on my home channel because they say I'm reusing content, so I have to drastically shift my content to different views, and hopefully I'll still retain my 100k million monthly quota. But we'll wait and see. You just have to adapt to whatever these platforms tell you to do. But if they're too detrimental, especially when it comes to live streaming, there are other options. When it comes to video sharing, it's a little more difficult. Yes, you have Rumble and you have Odyssey, but they are nowhere in comparison to YouTube. YouTube is the top site for a reason. Like, I'm pretty sure you can absorb the 3 biggest video sharing platforms below YouTube. It wouldn't even come close. But they are getting better when it comes to live streaming. Live streaming, Twitch is no longer the top dog. I mean, they are, but that crown is quickly starting to tilt, and it's about to fall off. So that's how I feel about this. I think that they took the W for basically changing this policy, but they haven't changed everything. And it's clear that they're just trying to test the waters to see what they can get away with. It's like with microtransactions. You slowly boil the pot with the frog inside, and eventually you'll get used to the temperature, and you just keep increasing the heat until finally it's fully boiled and you have a cooked frog. It's the same situation. They just turned up the heat too much. So that's how I feel about this. Like if you like the video, dislike it if you dislike it. That's me, signing out.